Welcome to another day in Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are down on the starter planet with no small vessel because my small vessel is currently up there in the shrine. If you watched the last part, you probably saw a good example of pride comes before a fall. I took the shrine relatively easily, then I started taking it apart, and then I walked through a hole and fell to the ground. And I am now down on the planet. As I say, my small vessel is up there, my capital vessel is in space, and my base is on a totally different planet. And I want to continue with this simply because it's going to be an interesting exercise, and I need to make a decision straight away. I mean, I've got two choices. I can try and get to my old original starter base over here, where I know I've got various units, but it's going to be quite a long walk to get here. Or the alternative is to get into the advanced spaceport and try and set up a base here. And considering I've only got about a little while before it gets dark, I'm going to go for the advanced spaceport to start with, simply because I think that might be the best way forward. But I do need to gather some ores, because I'm going to have to make a portable constructor. So I would like to see if I can gather some various rocks. I mean, I'll just get ordinary rocks for the moment. I would get anything at the moment, actually. I have to take it. And because I don't really want to be setting off walking across the planet in the dark. I mean, I've got heavy armor, I've got weapons, but there's still spiders and all around somewhere. I think for the moment I'm just going to grab this. This is all crushed stone. Those creatures are okay, they're no problem. But I think if I can get at least the beginnings of a base set up in the advanced spaceport, that will give me at least something to start with. So what we're going to do is just get in. You can see it's already starting to get dark, so I don't really want to hang around too long in this area. Anything else around here that I could get? I mean, I don't have a chainsaw, but I could make a survival tool if I need to cut trees down. But I shouldn't think I need to cut trees down. But let me just get this done and get to the spaceport, and then I'll discuss the detail a bit further. Stood around in the center of a planet, especially with spiders around. Because if you remember, when I actually attacked this base, I could hear spiders, so I definitely know there's spiders in the area. But standing around out here with it getting dark is probably not the best way to do things. I can hear robots or mechanoids as well. Hopefully I can find the entrance. Yeah, here's the entrance. If I just get up on these steps, I'll be safe. And I can have a bit of a talk. Big thank you for all your comments and feedback, especially related to my bit of, well, stupidity is probably the best way to describe it. Rakalti left a comment about the way to solve this problem, and that is that if you want to be safe and give yourself options, if you press it, I'll just press F2 for any of you who are not familiar with the game, is if you make a small vessel and just manufacture it in the factory here, and then what you can do is store it in the library. So if you do what I've just done, what you've got then is the option to spawn a small vessel and get yourself out of trouble. Now, Strix administrator also left a comment in a similar vein, but he actually took it one step forward and said that he routinely carries a small vessel, a capital vessel, and a base with him just for emergencies. And to me that really makes sense, because even if you're just exploring a planet and you put down, you want to get set up very quickly as a base, especially if it's a really hostile planet and you want an operational base, I think carrying a pre-built base with you, which you can drop out at a moment's notice, is incredibly useful. So thank you very much to you guys for that comment and feedback. I'm certainly going to take that on board in the future. And that leads me into another point. When I actually loaded this game in preparation of the recording, an update came down, and there was the first reference to Alpha 9. I haven't read what they actually said, because I just saw the update as it was downloading, and I had a quick look. What I will say is, once Alpha 9 does come out, and even into beta, we will then be starting a new series, and, well, just exploring Alpha 9, because I'm really looking forward to Alpha 9. Anyway, we're now in this advanced spaceport, and just to give you guys a bit of background is I do need to make a portable constructor, and you can see I need to collect ores. So I've got lots of advanced stuff, but I don't have any ores to make the survival constructor. But I've collected the stone so that once I get the portable constructor, I can then use that to manufacture a motorbike, which then will allow me to get out. So effectively, at the moment I am in basic survival mode, but I've just noticed that I actually need to unlock that portable constructor. So the first step we're going to need to do is get in here, and I wouldn't say capture this advanced spaceport. Well, not initially anyway. What I want to do is take over so that I can, maybe I'll find some key resources. Oh, I've got some heavy armor. Wow, that's going to be useful. And I think what I need to do is make some space, because I don't want to throw this stuff away. Auto mining core. So that gives me a little bit of space. Now, if I remember correctly, you can go up to the top landing pads, but if I remember correctly, there's patrols up there. So let's see if I can. Oh, come on, game. If I come down here, I run a risk of. So if we come up to here, there are some landing pads up here. There's one there. So that one's empty. That one's got a spawner on. I mean, I could, if I can remember which one's round. So just make sure I get the right one. Where's the entrance? Oh, come on. Where's the entrance? Or what was the entrance? Entrance is there. So the left, as I go up, the left hand one has the spawner. The right hand one has the... Okay. So we're just going to go up here. I'd like to get... Because it's the top floor that actually has the... So what we're going to do is just come in here. Hopefully this is going to be the right one. If I go at the wrong one, life could get very interesting. Just blast this door open. Okay. Yeah, I think we're on the right side. And that gets rid of the spawner, but there may be hostiles over the other side, so we've got to be a bit careful. Certainly don't want to be get whacked. And of course we've got fog, cobalt. So I've got an ore, but not an ore that I actually want. Got plastic and stone dust. Well, I'm not particularly interested in that. So we're not off to a particularly good start. Actually, I think what we'll do is just have a quick look, see if. Well, it says there's nobody up here, but we're not going to trust that completely. Okay. Right, let's just get down here. And we're just going to get round here. You can definitely hear the voice of an alien. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So he could be right on inside that door, so. And the clunking and banging is mobile turrets. We'll see those in a minute. Okay, let's just back off. The last thing I want to do is walk around this corner into... Obviously I've blown the railings away here. No, they've gone. Okay, good. Ore, please, ore. Looks like we're going to have to do this the hard way, and we've also got some... Oh, we've got that in there. So So it looks like we're going to have to go out and explore our surroundings. So I could just take that out. And I can, actually I think what I will do is gather up the resources up here now so that I don't really have to come up here again. Because I can always put this in. I've emptied the cargo box. Nope. Okay. Take that. Did I get everything from there? Yep. And we should be able to get some fuel out of here. Luckily I've got some fairly heavy gear. So I've got absolute protection against radiation, so that's not no problem at all. I'm just going to get down. Whoops. Very pretty lucky there. Right, we've got the spawner. And just quickly reload. I think there should be two. There we are. Right, have you got anything for me? Cash and great. I think we can eat the cheese, so we can take that. Wow, as I said, I don't really need to. Now, there are robots on these sides, so I'll just double load these guns up. Yeah, there's. There's bound to be more than one of them here. Back behind here. Reload. There's another one. Oh, ah, turret. Gotcha. That means there's bound to be a spawner down here. Yep, there it is. Whoops. Right, we've got some resources here. Right, before these guys despawn, because I don't really want to lose them. I think one of them might have. What we're going to do is just shove some stuff in here. Just shove as much as we can. Just make us a bit of space so I can grab these guys. And of course these are not going to have any ores in them at all, which is going to be unfortunate. Is there a second one here? Nope. Oh, so one's dropped on top of the other. Never mind. Okay guys, let's get organised now. I think we're just going to use this as a storage vault for the moment. Just put the wood planks in there. We don't need the enhanced miniguns or anything like that. That can go in there. We don't need the pulse rifle. We don't need this advance as well. Anti-radiation injection. That can go in there as well. Well, I was just going to shove it all in there. What am I worrying about? Okay, let's see what we can find down here. We've got some good stuff up here. Good is useless. The most basic constituents of the game, and I'm not going to get them, am I? I'll take that. That'll be useful. Got some more fairly useless ammunition. Cobalt ingots, great. I really had a dying need for cobalt ingots. Right, let's just bring this up here. I suppose what we can do is shove that Right, we've got some silicon ore. Equivalent of gold dust. Right, let's just drop that in there. Just arrange the food at the top. So far all we've got is silicon ore. So take that. What we got up here? Biofuel. Yeah, thank you. Always wanted biofuel. What we got here? Cobalt. That's not going to be much use either. Okay. I don't think this is going too well at the moment. So we've looted all this out and we haven't got anything even close to... Oops, no, I missed... No, I didn't miss that one. What a shame. We got temperature regulator. Oh, and I haven't done these as well. Okay, so far don't need the cobalt, don't need the explosives, don't need the rocket launcher. We've got 3 silicon ore. So the cobalt is too rich for us. Right, let's see what we can find on the other side. There's a locker here, a wardrobe. That's the back wall. I think this room is safe. That door's there, but there's a Xerox guy up there. Oops. Gotcha. Changed her. There. A little bit of food. I think what we can do is just well, we've got a bit of food, so we might as well. 75, 33. I mean, that's a lot of, so I think maybe we'll just pop one of those. Now, if I remember correctly, this switch opens the door down there. And what we should get is it's just power supply is great. Reload. More power supplies, so I really need power supplies. View, and that gives us control of the base. Now the core is here, but the moment I don't want to destroy the core, simply because if I do that the base will go dark and I won't be able to see what I'm doing. So at the moment, and I don't have a core to replace it, so there's not much point in actually doing something. Although if I take the core I could loot these items, but there's not much point at the moment because until I get a survival constructor I can't build anything. So at the moment we're kind of stuck with this. So what have I got in the way of resources? Right, so I've got 3 silicon ore and I need to find, I can't make anything out of this, and I need to find 3 iron ore and 1 copper. Great. Which means I've got to go out here in the dark. Let's put the light on. Question is, am I going to do that or shall I wait? I've got 4 minutes to wait. I've got no tent. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to stand here for until the daylight arrives, because if I'm going to go out onto the terrain here, I certainly need to be able to see what's coming and hear what's coming. So what I'm going to do here is just stand here for a little while until the daylight comes. So I'll see you in a minute once daylight arrives. Welcome back. You can see the night is slowly ticking down, and what I've done off camera is I've gone right through the base, checked all the different lockers and things and gathered everything together, and I didn't find anything new. But I think the resources I'm going to need are going to be up here. So what I'm going to do is head for the mountains, but we're going to keep an eye out for spiders as we go through. So this could be a little bit of a high risk strategy, but I want to get as much done as possible here. So we're just going to go up here and keep looking around. I think we're probably going to find the resort like iron and copper up on the hilltops. Oh, God, this is a blast from the past, isn't it, to be back reduced down to doing this, scouting for rocks on the surface. I mean, I can't even find a mine. I mean, there's no mines nearby. I mean, there's a copper mine all the way over there, but it's a long way to go. I think we're going to start by searching the mountains. Hopefully we will be able to keep away from the spiders. I don't think spiders hang out too much on mountaintops, the famous last words. And we're just going to come up and see if we can get up to here. Let's keep going through. I don't know why actually I got my helmet on, because this is a planet with oxygen on. I suppose I've just got out the habit of... Okay, I haven't even put my jetpack on. Look at that. Okay, there's no rocks up here at all. It looks like there's some rocks over there, so we're just going to go in that direction. Oh, there's some rocks there. What did you do? You are looking for rocks, silicon bearing rocks. So we got some silicon there. And so we got enough silicon. We need copper and iron, but of course I'm going to grab everything I can see, because we're going to need it to build a bike. I think I really need, first thing I need is a portable constructor, and then what I'm going to need is a bike so that I can get out and gather the resources to get my base up and running. I mean, if I can get a bike, it might even pay to try and make a run for my old base, but I think I actually need... That's a rock. Well, we'll just keep gathering the rocks as well. I mean, I've got plenty of fuel for the drill, so... I mean, I could set off in the direction of the base itself. I mean, I don't think I actually stored any. I think I emptied all the storage containers, so I'm not going to find anything in the base beyond the resources. Like, oops. So we're just going to keep grabbing the rocks. Yeah, I think that might be the best way forward, is to work in the direction of me, because I can always drop the portable constructor wherever I am. And well, I'm going to come back this way anyway, so I can... all the stuff I've got stored in the vaults. Wait. Stop rolling away. Right, where is the base? The base is over that way, so if I set a marker there, which is in that direction, but I still want to check out the tops of the mountains first. So we're just going to go this way, guys. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit of a drag, but I got myself into it and I want to get myself out of it. In fact, if I don't find very much, I'll just edit the video until we run into some spiders or some hostiles up here. I'm bound to run into something hostile eventually. Wow, there is very little up here at all. We're now up in the snow line. So we're just going to walk down through here and see what we can find. Right, what have we got there? Rocks. Thank you, rocks. And the rocks are rolling away. So we haven't found any ores at all yet, so I think maybe coming up here wasn't such a good idea. So I think we're just going to have to go down. I mean, the light's coming through, so maybe I need to walk this way. There's some rocks down there. Life should be more silicon. Great. More rocks. I think I'm going to have to start working towards my base. So we get plenty of silicon. There's just not anything else here. Yeah, I think we're going to just have to keep working towards that portable constructor, I think, and see what we can find. Sorry, this is going to be a bit of a slow process. I mean, I could try and speed up a little bit. I need to listen carefully in case we run into spiders or anything hostile as well. There's got to be some copper or iron around here somewhere. Another rock drill. Okay, let's just take that. And we're just going to keep going this way. Looking around, trying to see what we can see. There's a big rock there. We'll just might as well grab that on the way through. I mean, I'm going to let the food drop down low so that I can actually use up my food supplies that I've already got. I'm not actually seeing anything here at all. Actually, what's that there? Oh, that's just plow. We got some corn. Well, we might as well grab that on the way through. Certainly may have to turn this. Wow, we found some iron. Great. So how are we now? Right, we just need 1 copper. Right, just keep some more iron there. Just grab that. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep going in this direction and see what we can find. Down to 3.8 kilometers. And see what we can kill. Well, we can take the big rock out on the way through as well. In fact, there is a copper mine close by. Let me just see, because I think I'm pretty sure there's a copper mine in this direction. Just knock this out. So we've got the capability for it. Right, let's just have a quick look. Yeah, there's a copper mine there, so I think we're just going to keep working our way in that direction. Unless, of course, we find some copper before that. So I'm just going to get through the trees. Maybe if we work our way along the coastline, we might find something here. Ah, copper, copper. Right. Of course, we're going to keep walking because we'll have the portable constructor, but it still doesn't mean we're going to be able to build a bike kit. So we still need to keep going. But if we can get the bike kit built, that would give me the mobility necessary to get to the base. Let's just grab that. And of course, what I will be able to do is make the necessary components. Actually, what's the nearest one to it? How far am I away from here? I'm there. I'm going to go back to the advanced spaceport because now I've actually got a portable constructor. Yeah, that's actually closer, and I've got components stashed away inside of the advanced spaceport. So we're going to head for the advanced spaceport, yeah, because that's closer. So I'm thinking out loud, guys, because we've now got our portable constructor. So we're going to head back through the trees towards the advanced space. Yeah, I think that will make sense. Obviously, we're going to still keep our eye out for rocks, anything that's going to be useful. Yeah, it makes sense that because I can use the components that I've already got, or the basic components. If I can build a bike, that would give me the mobility to then gather resources and then maybe make a run for my old base. Yeah, there's a nice look at that. So we're just going to walk through here. We haven't run into any spiders yet. And that's a famous last words. I'm going to say very famous last words. So I'm just going to keep going and get things done. There's another rock there. We're certainly going to gather that because we can convert that into ores, which then we can then convert into ingots. Some food over there. I mean, I could run, but I can't see the point, to be honest. I can certainly grab that. What's it? It's interesting that that reloaded. Oh. Right. Let's grab that, grab that. There's another rock there. There's some alien honey there. I think we can grab that on the way through as well. That will give us basic food supplies. And we've got 11 minutes left of the daylight, so we're okay. We're good. Let's grab some more rocks. What did you do today? I collected rocks. And we are getting into trees, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. The spiders, there's a rock over there. Just grab the natural sweetener. There's some copper there and another rock next to it. So I certainly think we need to grab that. I'm just going to grab that. Certainly want the copper. And there's something else there, so I'm just going to grab that. And crushed stone. And another great big rock here. So I'm just going to keep grabbing as many of these as possible. Wow. This should give us a nice big pile as well. Check. Yep, the portable constructors sat there. Right, we're only a couple of 100 meters away from the spaceport now. What I could do is just... Oh! It's not going to build it, is it? So we're going to have to do that to release it. And that means I've now got food here, but I can... 1, 2, 3 of those. Which would mean I've got something in the for a long-term storage. I think we're changed to the... just in case there's any spiders nearby, because there's definitely no rocks around here. Or if there are, I can always come back and get them. And there's no point collecting the mushrooms because it's just going to spoil. And here's my slightly executive base. And we're back here. Let's get onto the steps. And we're just going to deploy the portable constructor. Get it nice and close. And just put that in there. We can make a motorbike construction kit. And I think what we're going to do now is just go up. And while that's building, have I got any other resources here that I can... Nothing here, so but I can get it down, not up, and see. Again, I'm only interested in anything that I can make things with. Stone, cabling, hardened steel plates, not particularly that interested. Plastic, wood, plant fibres could be useful. Hardened steel plates is a little bit too advanced for the moment. We got 246. And of course we've now got the ability to make the ores that we actually need. And we're going to make a bike. And we can actually, I'm going to put the bike and I'm actually going to build a core. Shall I core? Well, I need to core. What have we got here? I can build an armor locker. I can build a large constructor. We've now got a bike, which is useful. And I've got these resources here. Could also go back to my old base and power that back up. That's actually got weapons as well, and guns if I need to defend myself, although I've never really had to defend myself on here. Stay or go, stay or go. I think I'm going to leave that to the next part, guys. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. I've now got to the point where I actually feel comfortable with the survival, and I'll leave it up to you. Do you think I should stay in the here and just build a base here, or do you think it's going to be worth going back to my base over here where I know I've got a large constructor, I've got defenses, I think I've also got a med station and other items is there. I've also got an armor locker as well, so, and we've also got access to more resources here, so maybe that is the better option. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, no matter what game you're playing, just enjoy it, guys.